What's up guys, it's your boy Christian, back at it again with another video. Today we're gonna go through the behind the scenes of the video that you just watched. I've actually gotten a couple people to message me on how some of these techniques were done and how I got some of the shots that I did. And in this video, you're gonna get to see exactly how that happens. This is pretty much a shooting breakdown of how I did it in the field. And then in a few days, you're actually gonna get an editing breakdown where I go through in Premiere the project and I explain, okay, this is the different things that I added, this is why I made this a certain way, things like that. So without a further ado, let's get right into the video. What's up guys, it's your boy Christian, back at it again with another video. Today, you're gonna be coming along BTS for the video that you just watched. I honestly don't even know what the video is about. I just had the idea a few hours ago and I just thought, hey, I haven't created something in a while. I think it's time to create something. So I just had the idea of like me walking into the room and swinging the camera, swinging the bag past the camera to have like a masking transition and head into the video. But more than that, I don't really know what the next shots are gonna be. So this is gonna be something where I'm just trying to get it to be a really nice flowing cinematic sequence. The first shot that I have here is we've got the A7 III on the Tamron 28-70 lens. I've got my aperture 120D here. It's not on yet. I haven't even plugged it in actually, because the first shot is coming through the door, about to put the bag down. But when I come through the door, I'm gonna like take it off my right shoulder and do like a swinging motion right by the camera. Hopefully, I don't hit my camera because my camera is actually on a Ronin S that's on a tripod. I don't know if this helps, but this is very, very jiggly. Like I feel like a decent breeze could genuinely like just take that whole thing with it. And it's ridiculously top heavy too. So it'll be interesting to see how we film this video. But otherwise, I've spoken enough. Let's get into the next shots and see how this all goes. Okay guys, so I'm actually editing the BTS video right now and I just realized that the video was super out of focus and I rambled on for way longer than I needed to. Pretty much what I said was that I'm shooting the BTS with my Nikon 3400 because I'm using both of my Sony bodies to record, one being the camera that I'm actually recording with, two being the prop that I'm actually using to shoot in the video. The other thing that I described is how I'm actually recording myself and how I got the camera to move, because some people actually think I shot it in 4K and I'm just scaling in and moving the position of the frame within the movie. What's actually happening is I'm setting up waypoints on the Ronin S track system at specific points, one being at the door, one being at the table where I put the bag down, and then you get to pick the time that it takes for the camera to reach that point, and then you can also pick the time that it stays at that specific point. You'll get a better idea at the very last shot. That one was a lot more complex than this first shot, but because the next clip is me actually programming those points and you get to see the camera on the left side of the frame move and me program all the points, that's what I'm actually doing. And I just wanted you guys to have some context for that. So otherwise, let's get back into the video. That was actually not bad. It moved at a pretty decent speed, so we'll actually set up for the first shot and see how it goes. Remember, we don't want to hit the camera. Battery was about to die, so I'm just gonna change that. I think that was trash, but I almost think I hit the fucking camera. What? That was nice! No way. You guys may not notice, but it's actually day 2. I filmed a few of the shots yesterday, and what ended up happening, I ended up taking so long that the sun ended up going down, and this whole scenario didn't look the way it looked when I started filming it. So we're here on the next day. It's around the same time, around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when I filmed yesterday, so I'll have another about like 3-4 hour window to film. Yesterday when I took a look at it, I did about 4 or 5 shots, and I realized that one of them, when I opened the bag, it just wasn't that great. It was such a basic shot. After looking at some of Peter Lindgren's videos, some more Peter McKinnon's, Chris Howe's, all those dudes, those amazing creators, I just felt like that one shot just wasn't there. So I had the idea of putting the Ronin back onto the tripod and essentially putting it like really close to the table, so I can grab the bag with the zipper and open the zipper and the bag at the same time, moving it towards the camera, and then moving the tracking points on the Ronin to move. Essentially, what I have in my head is it'd be like faking the movement, so it'd be like, instead of bringing the camera to the object, it'd be like bringing the object to the camera, right? So it might work, it might not, but I think it's worth a try to get a dope shot. And you guys can see how we do it. I hate how like flimsy this is on here. Like when I put the Ronin on top of this tripod, it just feels so scary. So, essentially, the way that it's gonna go is we've got the setup here, the A7 on the Ronin on the tripod, and this is actually a perfect height because the way that I had it in my head, as I explained it already to you guys, I'm gonna pull the camera bag towards, I'm gonna pull the camera bag towards the camera while opening it and turning it. So this is essentially, this is gonna go something like this, and I'm gonna like, I just tried to mime that thinking you guys could see my eyes, and then I'm gonna like pull it essentially towards it. You guys are gonna get a chance to see what that looks like. My camera settings are ISO 800, 120 frames, 250, f2.8. I'm not exactly sure if I wanna do this in 120 frames or in 30 frames or something else. Probably going to do it in 120 frames because I'm gonna end up speed ramping all the next clips into each other, but I may or may not do it in another frame rate just to have the ability, because I don't want to set it all up and do it all again. But we'll see. Let's set this shot up, and hopefully it'll be cool. My fucking thumb, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm here, and literally the project I'm working on is like right here, I'm actually gonna take the SD card out, put that clip in, fit it into the shot, because it's literally the second shot. I have number 3 and 4 good, and number 1 is good. So we'll put that shot in and see if it fits. Otherwise, we'll move on, and maybe we'll not. Maybe we'll have to redo this, but we'll see. Okay guys, now we are in shot number 3. Right now, I've pulled the table out a little bit from the wall. I've put my camera on a tripod just back there. I don't know if you noticed, but I used to have a lamp there that I ended up taking off just because I needed some extra room. I've got the aperture light back up here, kind of giving me, if you see, like a little bit of a pop behind me. It's It's right behind me. I'm gonna try and get it positioned right above, right at my head, so that I can get like a nice little, like one of these, you know, like it's just like gives me a little bit of a starbursty effect. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm not too sure about the shot either. It's kind of a static shot. I'm not usually a fan of static shots. This shot essentially is gonna be me grabbing the camera, woo, whoop, catching it. Does that even look cool? I almost doubt it. I kind of just don't think it looks cool. So for the last two clips, I actually didn't have any BTS footage to show you. They're pretty simple clips. The Sony camera clip is literally me just going like this with the camera in my hand at 120 frames. The next clip is me holding the camera over the bag and then just timing it with the lens. I did that shot about, 10-15 times, pretty much the same amount of times that I had to do every shot, a ridiculous amount of times. But yeah, those two clips actually don't have any BTS shots for them. Let me give you a quick synopsis of what happened so far. I filmed the one zipper shot. It ended up being a dope shot, ended up putting it into the clip, got around 10 seconds of editing done. Found a song, found everything, and then I tried to put a LUT on one of the clips, and I don't know why, it just crashed. Ended up losing about an hour, almost 2 hours worth of work. So redid all that work that I did and then thought of a new shot, and now we're set up for the next shot. So the way that I've got it set up essentially is the last shot that we filmed was taking the lens out of the bag. Now I've got the Sony on the Ronin S back there, 28-70. What I want to do is using the Ronin app, I'm gonna end up making a panning shot here where I have the lens like this, and then I'm gonna have my camera in my left hand, and I'm gonna kind of like push it in and then turn, and then this one is gonna track from here all the way here, and then the turn, and then with the turn I kind of want it to go down. So this is gonna take a little bit more actually coordination than even before, because it's gonna be very quick. So it's gonna go boom, like very fast, like boom, bam. And then I have a pretty cool idea for the battery, like when we put the batteries in. So that'll be another cool shot. I'll put you guys over there and we'll see how this whole thing goes. It was so close, but I was out of frame with the camera. So initially I had the idea of having a battery pack, somehow loading the battery pack and then putting the battery pack in. The only issue with that is that the battery pack is actually really hard to kind of like put in the camera fluently and all that, and I dropped this battery pack a while ago, so it's not as fluid as a brand new battery pack would also be. So what I've decided instead is just to put a singular battery into the camera. That way it's a lot easier. And kind of the setup I have here is I've got, like, what we've been using this whole time is the Ronin on the A7 III, sorry, with the Tamron on the Ronin on the tripod. That's a mouthful. And I've got essentially 5 different locations put. So the first one is here. I'm gonna grab this battery, and then the second location is around my chest with a 0 stop time. So essentially I'm gonna throw the battery, gonna come to this side, gonna catch the battery, gonna show that I caught the battery here, and then gonna put it into the camera. And then it'll go from left to the middle, and then the very last one is it's gonna pan straight up to my face, and then I'm going to move in like I'm going to take a photo, and then it's just gonna go as the ending. Hopefully that'll be nice and it'll work out well. You guys are going to see the BTS of that. So here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi angle. So there's potential for the shot. At this point, it's literally just about coordinating it all, and I honestly think it's a bit of luck. So there you go, guys, that entire BTS video for just a simple 30-second cinematic B-roll clip, which took me actually, like, I don't even know, like 6-7 hours to shoot. The editing wasn't that long, actually. You'll see it in the editing breakdown, but the shooting, just to get all of those times correct. And honestly, there were like 2 or 3 shots where I kind of just took the okay shots. I probably could have kept going and gotten a little bit better shots, but I felt like there was a diminishing return where if I did get that perfect shot, it would have taken so much longer to get it, just because this coordination, like, it's much harder than you guys think it is. If you guys have a Ronin gimbal at home, get the Ronin app and make a little cinematic sequence filming yourself, putting it on your tripod, or just putting it with the small legs on a small table or somewhere around your house, and it'll actually open up a lot of new ways that you can film yourself that you might not have even known, and I'm sure it'll open up a lot of new creative opportunities for you. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!